We're with Ed Henderson after Sunday's 6-2 loss at Chalfont at home. Ed, firstly, what was your reaction to the game?
It's obviously a disappointing result. I think a few of our key players didn't really show up today and put in poor performances really. I'm sure that Luke will want to start getting goals again, so hopefully it improves.
There's been a lot of controversy about you, fan favourite Jared, who after a night out left home at 6:30 in the morning to be with us after a long spell on the sidelines, and Will Rogowski. You and Will being one of the two of the three founders of the club originally, you were not brought on for any of the 90-minute games. Max Neil did not make any substitutions despite 6-2 and having players like Jared who can change a game.
Yeah,
what was your reaction to this?
That's correct, yeah. I think it was a bit unfair on Jared coming so far, especially with a player like with his ability that can change a game in a second. I think it was a shame that we didn't get to see a glimpse of Jared today. But I think he put in a good performance on the line, got all his offside decisions correct, and I was really happy with him today.
What about you personally? How did you react to not getting on? Because there's been rumours you had a foot injury.
Obviously, it's not great not playing, but it's not the end of the world. I'll play next week.
With Arbid away, there seems to be a lot of pressure on Max Neil. How do you think he's coping with this? And will you be looking at bringing up maybe Charlie Walker as a first team coach to be joining as temporary assistant manager?
Charlie Walker's there to mainly warm up and train our goalkeepers. If you've seen the games that Hayden have played in, there's been a few howlers. So we've tried to stop those howlers because they're quite frankly embarrassing. Also frustrating when you're playing with that sort of standard.
We haven't.
Max Neil is doing alright at the moment. Obviously the results aren't coming, but we need to just get that win on board, and then 3 points and we'll be shooting up the table.
We haven't seen Hayden since the cup game against Aylesbury, where, to be honest, he had a pretty good game. There's been a lot of rumours about him prioritising rugby and exams. Can you comment on this, or?
Yeah, Hayden had a cracking game against Aylesbury. Unfortunately, he conceded 6 goals.
Cracking game, though.
Hayden's standards, 6 goals is brilliant. But he had a good game, yeah, and obviously rugby's more important for Hayden.
Will we be expecting to see him soon?
Hopefully we'll see Hayden between the sticks again soon.
Obviously, with another 6-2 loss in the league, you're looking behind yourselves down at relegation zone instead of up. What are your thoughts on? Do you fear relegation? Do you see relegation as a possibility?
Obviously, relegation's in our minds, but not in our minds, but it's in our worries and in my nightmares actually. But no, I think we'll be safe in the league and hopefully try and finish in the top spot this season.
Top spot?
You never know, with a few good results, a few slip-ups at the top, Wycombe Tigers could finish top.
Obviously, with the money you've funded, put into the club personally, all those pennies and pounds, is it not better to be seeing from signings such as, I don't know, Andrew Wheelhouse or Jake Taylor? Are you not seeing the performances that you wanted with that big money?
I think Jake Taylor's been a great signing for the club, for the kit kat we paid for him. Andrew Wheelhouse has been a good signing as well. Didn't pay a kick out for him, Hayden ate it. But, he wasn't expensive, so that's been a great signing. Also, Tom Palmer's come in and scored 3 goals in 2 games, and that's a great return. Will Rogowski should be looking over his shoulder because Tom Palmer, as a young player, is really stepping up to the plate.
We've talked recently about Luke Cooper's poor performances in recent games, and there's a lot of speculation about him and his private life. It's been announced today that he split with his long-term girlfriend Imi Holland. Can you comment on Luke? Is he depressed? Is he what? Looking dejected on the training field?
Luke didn't play well when Imi came to watch us. Didn't play well last game. She wasn't there. Maybe she was watching from the bushes. I don't know.
What with Josh Roger?
With Josh Roger, no. Josh Roger was on the pitch.
How was it?
Yeah. What can I comment? Well, I'm all for a Wags Out campaign. So the less wags, the better.
On Sunday, you obviously missed John Henry Rogers. Will he be back anytime soon? Can you give us some updates on his injury?
John Miro was a big miss for us on Sunday. His delivery from dead ball was just brilliant, and hopefully he'll be back on Sunday. He was actually in France this week. Great country, but unfortunately for us, it's meant that we've lost the game. And at the end of the day, we haven't got any points today.
Next week, big game against Tring, who are towards the top of the table. What can we be seeing from the Tigers? Can we be seeing the likes of Charlie Etheridge, Jack Groom back in the sticks, Hayden Gray anytime soon, Jared Hitchcoe getting a starting spot?
3 points.
3 points. Is that a promise?
3 points.
3 points. Right, well, it's been lovely speaking to you, Ed.
Cheers.
See you next week. Bye bye. John out!